My beloved child. Don't skip, because what you are about to hear feels like the beginning of a story that was never meant to stay hidden. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There are moments in life when a single conversation changes everything, and this was one of them. Your soulmate had been carrying your name in silence for a long time, protecting it from questions, opinions, and expectations. But last night, something inside them finally broke. They walked into their mother's room with a heart full of emotion and quietly spoke about you. At first, the room was silent. Every word became heavier than the last. Then, without warning, their mother stood up, looked directly at them, and shouted, "You are." Before the sentence was finished, the entire atmosphere changed. Your soulmate froze. Their heartbeat became louder than their thoughts. The words that followed were completely unexpected, not because they were cruel, but because they revealed a truth that had been hidden for far too long. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and every second of this story is leading to a revelation that nobody saw coming. The emotion in that room could not be ignored. Their mother slowly calmed herself, took a deep breath, and admitted that she had noticed something long before your soulmate ever spoke your name. She had seen the quiet changes, the genuine smile that appeared without reason, the peaceful expression that no one else could explain. She looked into your soulmate's eyes and said that some people enter our lives for a reason greater than coincidence. Those words echoed through the room like a message that had been waiting for the perfect moment. Your soulmate realized that this conversation was no longer about fear or uncertainty. It had become about courage, truth, and a future that suddenly felt possible. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the biggest part of this story has not been revealed yet. As the conversation continued, another unexpected secret began to surface. Their mother quietly revealed that she had once experienced a similar feeling in her own life, a connection that could never be explained by logic alone. She warned your soulmate not to let fear destroy something that might become the greatest blessing of their life. Those words changed everything. The doubts that had been building for so long slowly started disappearing. For the first time, your soulmate believed that following their heart might be the right choice after all. But just as they were about to reveal one final truth about you, something happened that stopped the conversation completely. The room fell silent again, and what happened next would leave everyone speechless. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next part reveals the one sentence that changed your soulmate's future forever. A quiet truth was about to be spoken, and nobody in that room was prepared for it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Just as your soulmate gathered the courage to ask the question that had been living in their heart for so long, their mother reached for an old photograph resting inside a small wooden drawer. She stared at it for a few moments before smiling in a way your soulmate had never seen before. Then she whispered that sometimes the people who change our future arrive long before we understand why they matter. The room became completely silent. Every heartbeat felt louder than the last. Your soulmate could not take their eyes off her because they knew another life-changing truth was about to be revealed. She slowly explained that from the very first time she heard your name, she felt an unusual sense of peace that could not be ignored. It was not based on appearances, success, or anything ordinary. It was the feeling that your presence carried kindness, patience, and strength that would stand firm even during difficult seasons. Those words surprised your soulmate more than anything else. The fears that had been holding them back began to disappear one by one. Yet before they could respond, their mother leaned forward and shared one final thought that made the entire conversation even more emotional. She said that true connections are never built on perfect timing, they are built on honest hearts that refuse to stop believing. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate left that room with a completely different heart than the one they had walked in with. Questions had turned into hope, and uncertainty had turned into quiet determination. But as they reached the doorway, their mother called their name one last time and spoke a sentence that froze them in place. Those words became the beginning of a decision that would change everything from this moment forward. What she said next was so unexpected that your soulmate stood there without saying a single word. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next part reveals the unforgettable promise that neither of them will ever forget. A single sentence echoed through the hallway, and your soulmate stopped without taking another step. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They slowly turned around, wondering why their mother had called them back with such urgency. Her expression had changed completely. There was no hesitation left, only certainty. She looked into your soulmate's eyes and said, "If your heart becomes quiet whenever you think about this person, never let fear make the decision for you." Those words landed with incredible weight. In that moment, your soulmate realized this conversation was never about seeking permission, it was about discovering the courage they already carried inside. The doubts that had followed them for so long suddenly felt smaller than the hope growing within them. Your soulmate sat back down, unable to leave without hearing more. Their mother smiled gently and shared something she had never told anyone before. She explained that life often gives countless distractions, but only a few people leave a lasting peace behind. She believed that peace is more valuable than excitement because it stays even when life becomes uncertain. As she spoke, your soulmate remembered every meaningful moment connected to you, every unexpected smile, every memory that refused to fade. Piece by piece, everything started making sense. They understood that this connection had quietly become part of their future long before they admitted it to themselves. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the biggest realization was still waiting around the corner. Before the conversation finally ended, their mother made one unexpected request. She asked your soulmate not to rush, not to act from emotion alone, but to protect something genuine with patience and honesty. Those words stayed in their heart long after they left the room. As they stepped outside, they looked up at the sky with a feeling they had never experienced before, a calm confidence that the next chapter of their life had already begun. But at that exact moment, something happened that made them stop once again. A message arrived that seemed impossible to ignore, and what it contained would completely change the direction of this story. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next part reveals the message that your soulmate never expected to receive. The sound of that message broke the silence like a sign arriving at the perfect moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate looked at the screen, expecting something ordinary, but the words they saw made them stand completely still. It was not a long message. It was simple, yet it carried a feeling they could not explain. At that instant, they remembered every word their mother had spoken only minutes earlier. Suddenly, the doubts that had followed them for so long no longer felt powerful. Instead, they felt a quiet confidence growing stronger with every heartbeat. It was as if every unexpected moment had been leading to this one. The connection they had tried to understand finally began to make sense, and for the first time, they stopped asking whether they should move forward and started wondering how their future might change if they did. As they continued reading, they realized the message was not just another coincidence. It reminded them of memories they thought had been forgotten, moments of kindness, laughter, and silent support that had slowly built an unshakable bond. Their mother's voice echoed in their mind once again, reminding them that the strongest relationships are often built quietly, long before anyone notices them. Your soulmate smiled, not because every question had been answered, but because they finally understood that not every meaningful journey begins with certainty. Some begin with trust. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What happened next was even more surprising, because another unexpected truth was about to come from a person nobody expected to hear from. Just when your soulmate thought the night was finally over, there was another gentle knock at the door. The conversation that followed would become one of the most unforgettable moments of their life. A hidden detail about you was revealed, something so genuine and uplifting that it changed the way they saw everything. Their heart became lighter, their fears became quieter, and hope replaced every remaining doubt. But one final secret still remained hidden, and it would be revealed when the timing was exactly right. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next part uncovers the final piece that brings every moment of this story together in a way no one could have predicted. A gentle silence filled the room after the second conversation ended, but deep inside, your soulmate knew the story was not over. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Every moment from that day kept replaying in their mind, the courage to speak your name, their mother's unexpected reaction, the encouraging words, and the mysterious message that arrived at exactly the right time. None of it felt random anymore. It felt as though every event had been quietly guiding them toward one important realization. For the first time, they stopped questioning whether this connection mattered and started asking themselves why it had taken so long to understand its value. As the evening grew quieter, your soulmate opened an old notebook they had not touched in months. Between its pages were forgotten dreams, unfinished plans, and thoughts they had written during uncertain days. Reading those words made them smile because they noticed one surprising pattern. Every hope they had written pointed toward finding someone who brought peace instead of confusion, honesty instead of fear, and encouragement instead of doubt. Without expecting it, they realized those hopes reminded them of you. At that moment, they whispered to themselves that perhaps some answers arrive slowly because they need time to become undeniable. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The biggest discovery was still only moments away. Just before the night came to an end, your soulmate made a quiet promise that no one else heard. They decided they would no longer allow fear to speak louder than sincerity. They would protect what felt real, appreciate what brought genuine peace, and patiently wait for the right opportunity instead of forcing the future. As they looked out the window, they felt an unusual calm settle over their heart, as though a new chapter had already begun. Yet one final surprise was still waiting, something that would connect every conversation, every emotion, and every unanswered question into one unforgettable ending. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next part reveals the truth that changes everything. A new morning arrived, but it did not feel like an ordinary morning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate woke up with a sense of clarity they had never experienced before. The conversation with their mother no longer felt like a memory, it felt like a turning point. Every word echoed with new meaning. Instead of wondering what might happen, they began preparing themselves for what could become one of the most meaningful chapters of their life. They realized that some answers don't arrive with loud announcements. They arrive quietly, changing the way you see everything without asking for attention. As the day unfolded, small moments kept reminding your soulmate of you. A familiar place, a meaningful song, a simple act of kindness from a stranger, each one brought back the same feeling of peace. They finally understood what their mother had been trying to tell them all along. The strongest connections are not built on dramatic moments alone, but on consistent care, respect, and genuine understanding. That realization filled their heart with hope instead of uncertainty. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because just when they believed the story had reached its conclusion, one final surprise appeared that no one could have predicted. Late that evening, your soulmate received one last unexpected sign that completed the picture. It wasn't a grand event or a shocking announcement. It was a quiet reminder that the most meaningful journeys often begin with one honest conversation and one brave decision. They smiled, remembering the moment their mother had called them back and changed everything with a few heartfelt words. From that day forward, they chose to move ahead with courage instead of fear, gratitude instead of doubt, and hope instead of hesitation. But this is not where the story truly ends. The next chapter is the one that has not been written yet, and it depends on the choices made from this moment onward. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because every meaningful ending is also the beginning of something even greater. There was one final truth your soulmate had been avoiding, and it could no longer stay hidden. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Days had passed since that unforgettable conversation, yet every word their mother spoke continued to echo in their heart. They realized they were no longer running from their feelings, they were finally ready to understand them. The fear of being misunderstood slowly disappeared, replaced by a quiet confidence that had never existed before. It felt as though every unexpected moment, every meaningful memory, and every unanswered question had been leading to this exact point. The story was no longer about uncertainty. It was about choosing hope over hesitation. One evening, your soulmate sat alone and reflected on everything that had happened. They remembered the moment their mother interrupted them, the surprising wisdom she shared, and the peace that followed those heartfelt words. Suddenly, they understood the hidden message behind it all. The greatest gift was never a prediction or a dramatic surprise. It was the courage to recognize something valuable before it slipped away. That realization changed the way they looked at the future. They no longer wanted fear to decide what happened next. Instead, they chose honesty, patience, and trust. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because one last piece of this journey was about to fall into place. As the night came to an end, your soulmate smiled with a calm heart, knowing that some stories don't need perfect timing to become unforgettable. They simply need people who are willing to take one sincere step forward. The conversation with their mother had become more than a memory. It had become the foundation of a new beginning. They quietly whispered that no matter how long the road might be, they would never ignore what truly mattered again. And somewhere ahead, a new chapter was waiting to be written, filled with hope, growth, and meaningful moments still to come. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the greatest chapters are often the ones that begin after everyone thinks the story is over. The journey had reached its final chapter, but the most meaningful moment was still waiting. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate stood quietly, thinking about everything that had happened since the day they found the courage to speak your name. The fear that once controlled every decision had disappeared. In its place was a quiet strength built from truth, patience, and hope. Their mother's unexpected words had not only changed their perspective. They had changed the direction of their life. Looking back, they realized that every delay, every unanswered question, and every unexpected turn had prepared them for this moment of clarity. As they reflected on the journey, one lesson became impossible to ignore. Real connections are not measured by dramatic promises or perfect circumstances. They grow through kindness, respect, understanding, and the willingness to believe when the path ahead is still uncertain. Your soulmate smiled because they finally understood why that unforgettable conversation had happened exactly when it did. It gave them the confidence to stop living in fear and start living with purpose. The mystery that once surrounded your story no longer felt confusing. Instead, it became a reminder that the greatest blessings often arrive quietly before anyone realizes how important they truly are. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the final truth is the one that stays with you long after this story ends. Before closing this chapter forever, your soulmate made one last promise to themselves. They would never allow doubt to silence honesty again. They would protect genuine connections, value sincere hearts, and remain patient even when the future seemed unclear. As they walked forward, they no longer searched for signs, they carried confidence within themselves. And that was the greatest surprise of all. The powerful moment they had been waiting for was not hidden in someone else's words. It was the courage they discovered inside their own heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because every ending opens the door to a brand new beginning, and sometimes the most unforgettable stories begin with one honest conversation that changes everything forever.